The stars burned cold as the alien armada tore through the galaxy, leaving ash and ruin in their wake. 1,000 ships bristling with death, hunting for blood, their scanners screamed. Human detected one man, one tiny moon. They laughed, thinking it was over. They didn't know. They'd just met their match. If you're gripped by this tale of human defiance against impossible odds, smash that subscribe button and join the fight. Let's see who'd win in this cosmic clash. Was alone. On that moon, a speck of green and blue, in the endless black. My name's Caleb, a drifter, a nobody scavenging abandoned colonies for scraps. My patched-up suit hissed with every step across the jungle floor, the air thick with alien pollen, and the hum of my old plasma cutter. I'd been here a week, piecing together a busted comms relay, when the sky darkened above. Their armada blotted out the stars. 1,000 ships leaked jagged, alive with menace, the Vraks they called themselves. Pirates of the cosmos, drunk on chaos, their claws dripping with the blood of 100 worlds. Their scanners pinged me, a lone human, and I swear I heard their laughter echo through the void on their command ship. Captain Zoroth preened, his red cape swirling like a warlord's banner. One human. He scoffed, his voice like grinding metal. Send a single crew, make it quick, make it cruel. 10 Vrak soldiers landed their carrier, kicking up clouds of violet dust. They were giants 7 feet tall, scales glinting like oil weapons humming with stolen tech. I ducked behind a jagged rock, heart hammering. My cutter wasn't a weapon, but it was all I had. I wasn't a soldier, I wasn't a hero, but I wasn't going down without a fight. What would you do, cornered by an alien hit squad? The Vraks moved like predators, fanning out through the jungle. Their comms crackled, barking orders in a tongue like shattered glass. I rigged the comms relay to overload, sending a pulse that fried their sensors. They froze blind for a moment. That's when a high sprinted cutter, blazing, and carved through the first soldier's armor like butter. He screamed a sound that shook the trees. The others turned, firing wildly, plasma bolts scorching the air. I rolled into a ditch, their shots tearing apart the jungle. My hands shook, but I remembered my dad's words. When you're backed into a corner, go big or go home. I baited them into a ravine, where I'd rigged a fuel cell from my camp to blow the blast. Swallowed 3 of them, their screams cut short. The rest charged, but I was ready, using the moon's dense vines to swing across chasms, dropping rocks to crush their gear. 10 minutes later, silence. 10 Vraks dead. Me. Not a scratch on the command ship. Zoroth's face twisted. Luck. He roared, kicking over his throne-like chair. Send 5 crews. 50 men. Could one human really outsmart an alien army? Or was I just delaying the inevitable? 5 carriers screamed down, unloading 50 Vraks. The jungle became a war zone. Trees burned the ground, shook with their heavy steps. I was outnumbered, outgunned, but I had one thing they didn't. This was my turf. I'd spent days mapping every cave, every sinkhole. Led them on a chase, splitting their forces. I'd rigged traps, sharpened vines, hidden pits, even a stolen Vraks grenade, wired to a tripwire. One by one, they fell. A squad vanished into a sinkhole. Another got caught in a plasma fire I'd sparked with their own weapons. 50 became 40, then 20, then none. Zoroth was apoplectic. An army screamed. 1,000 men. The armada vomited ships. A swarm descending like locusts from my cave. I watched fireballs light up the night. This wasn't just survival anymore. This was a message: you don't fuck with humans. The jungle burned as 1,000 Vraks stormed the moon. I was one man. But I wasn't alone. Not really. My sister Mara had been with me until the Vraks hit our last colony. She was gone, but her voice lived in me. Caleb, you're too stubborn to die. I'd make her proud. He'd spent days rigging the moon's old mining rigs, plasma drills, seismic charges, all wired to a single trigger. As the Vraks closed in, I lured them to the heart of the jungle, where the ground was laced with my trap. Their scanners were useless, jammed by my hacked relay. They thought they had may hit the trigger. The ground erupted, swallowing hundreds in fire and stone. Their ships crashed, caught in the shockwave. The armada watched, stunned, as their army burned. One carrier escaped, limping back to the command ship. Zoroth met the lone survivor, a trembling soldier. What happened? He whispered, dread in his eyes. It's a trap. The soldier sobbed. There's 2 of them. The bridge froze to humans. Impossible. There wasn't a second human. It was just me. But that soldier's fear, his belief that one man couldn't do this, sold the lie. I'd hacked their comms, broadcasting fake signals, ghost signatures, that mimicked another human. The Vraks didn't just lose an army. They lost their Nevezeriths. Armada fled, engines screaming, as they vanished into the stars. I stood on the smoldering moon, my cutter still glowing. The jungle, a graveyard of their arrogance. One man, one trap, one message: humanity doesn't break. What's the real weapon of humanity? Our ingenuity, or our ability to make others believe the impossible. That day, one human turned an armada to ash. Not with strength, not with weapons, but with defiance. We're not the biggest or the Strongest in the galaxy, but we've got something aliens can't fathom: the will to keep going, no matter the odds. That's what makes us unstoppable. That's what makes us human. This was one man's stand against a galactic horde, but the war's just beginning. If you loved this tale of human grit, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more epic clashes. Drop a comment: could you outwit an alien army? And what's humanity's greatest strength? Let's talk.